Hello everyone, hello Miss Bessie, my name is Angie Varela and today I'm going to talk to you about the book that I choose. The book that I choose is named The Count of Monte Cristo. The Count of Monte Cristo is a book written by Alejandro Dumas. This book has 168 pages. This is the 5th edition that has gone in January 2013. There are 1,500 copies of this book and is of the editions of Albin Michel Paris in 1955. The genre of this book is classified primarily as a historical adventure novel. It blends elements of adventure, drama, and revenge while being set against the backdrop of historical events and societal landscapes of the 19th century in Europe. I want to add that this book has something that I like so much that it's like a small questionnaire at the end of 3 pages that we have questions about the reading. As you can see, we have the first page here and this other one. And also it has at the beginning a phrase that I like so much that says, suprimir la distancia no es aumentar la duración del tiempo. En lo sucesivo, no viviremos más tiempo, solo viviremos más deprisa. We are going to begin with the main characters. The main characters that we have is Edmond Dantes, that is the protagonist. We have Ave Faria, Mercedes, Fernand Mondego, Gerard de Villefort, and Aide. So now I'm going to describe them. We're going to begin with Edmond, that Edmond is the protagonist, is characterized by being a kind and optimistic person, but after her unjust imprisonment, he becomes a calculating and enigmatic Count of Monte Cristo, driven by desire and revenge. Then we have Ave Faria, that is the wise and an educated fellow prisoner that educates Dantes and becomes his mentor and help him to escape while he revealed the location of the treasure. Now we have Mercedes, that is Edmond's fiancé, that was portrayed as a loving and loyal girl who eventually marries Ferdinand after believing that Edmond was dead. Now we have Gerald de Villefort, that he hides a dark secret to maintain his reputation. Gerald is a complex character, is ambitious, and is a cold prosecutor whose actions contribute to Edmond's imprisonment. Now we have Aide, that Aide is a young woman who becomes linked to the Count of Monte Cristo and shares a connection to his past. We have the Baron Danglars, that is a greedy and cunning banker who also plays a role in Edmond's imprisonment. We have Fernand Mondego, that is ambitious, jealous, and opportunistic. He's willing to betray his friend Dantes, and have a personal gain. The setting of the Count of Monte Cristo is primarily in Europe during the early to mid-19th century, primarily in France, Italy. The story begins in Marseille, France, where Edmond Dantes, that is the protagonist, is wrongfully imprisoned. Significant events also take place in Paris, Rome, and various locations across the Mediterranean, including the island of Monte Cristo, where later the part of the story unfolds. It appears to the Chateau d'If, that is the one that we have here. The novel traverses various settings, reflecting different social strata and cultural landscapes of the time. The main theme of The Count of Monte Cristo is the revenge and its consequences. Okay, The Count of Monte Cristo is a story that follows the life of Edmond Dantes. Edmond Dantes is a young sailor that is falsely accused of treason and imprisoned without trial in the eve of his wedding with Mercedes. While While there, he meets Ave Faria, that is a fellow prisoner who teaches him about history, mathematics, language, philosophy, and also gives him a map that marks the location of a hidden treasure. After Faria's death, Dantes escapes and discovers the treasure and reinvents himself as the enigmatic and wealthy Count of Monte Cristo. He used his new identity and wealth to ruin the lives of those who betrayed him. That in this case is Fernando Diego, that is the man who married his former fiancée, Mercedes, Danglars, that is the scheming banker, and Bilford, that is the corrupt prosecutor. Ultimately, Dantes grapples the moral consequences and finds closure. He helps those who wrong inadvertently, like Mercedes and her son, and discovers the value of forgiveness and redemption. Finding solace, and he sails away, leaving his past behind. This book have many messages, and from my perspective, I found four. Is the one number one is the cause of revenge. The number two is redemption and forgiveness. Number three is the complexity and morality. Number four is the transformative power of knowledge and experience. And the last one can be the illusion of power and wealth. I recommend this book because it's a good lecture, it's a good reading, isn't that long, so um, I read it in like 4 hours when I read it, and in other words, well, I recommend this book because this book made me think that from my perspective, we shouldn't trust our friends or college too much because we don't know how they think um, and how they are. I can imagine the frustration that Dantes have because um, he was deprived of the woman he loved and the opportunity to pursue many chances she lost, all just because he was falsely accused of supporting the Bonapartist party in that time, and that was illegal. But his life during those years was indeed very sad, and it also teaches us that the revenge is sweet, but it's not the right way. And in the other hand, the book mentioned many places, and through reading, we can imagine the places even without knowing them. So I like this book because it makes my mind blow and imagine many things. And in one part, I cry because I said, "Wow, how pure it was Dantes," and yeah, I recommend this book. It's so good. I really enjoy reading it, so I hope you enjoy it too.